President Hamilton, trustees, deans, distinguished faculty, administrators, and alumni, thank you for your service and your dedication to our community. I am equally appreciative of the work of our dining hall staff, facilities teams, bus drivers, and public safety officers. I am honored to share the stage with our honorary degree recipients, both for their impressive career achievements and because they have managed to graduate from NYU in a day and without paying. You all should look out for an email from the bursar later on. Most of all, I am humbled to speak as a representative of the incredible NYU class of 2016. Alice Walker writes, "I think it pisses God off if you walk by the color purple in a field somewhere and don't stop to notice it. People think pleasing God is all God cares about, but any fool living in the world can see it always trying to please us back." Now, I'm not particularly religious, but Walker's words resonate with me today as I marvel upon the sea of violet before me. Look around, everyone. Feel pleased. Graduates, we have made it. We have fallen in and out of love with ourselves, with each other, and with the city. We have watched the rule of love triumph in the U.S. Supreme Court, due in large part to the groundwork laid by Justice Margaret Marshall. We have weathered an actual storm in the form of Hurricane Sandy. We have excelled as RAs, cohort leaders, admissions ambassadors, worked tirelessly as interns, volunteers, and part-time workers, sometimes all at once. And we have written theses, dissertations, and for my fellow Gallatin folks, we have passed our colloquia. Even when we did not expect to, we overcame. We may have surprised ourselves. The fallacy of expectation lies in thinking they determine the outcome of our lives. A good friend, Tommy Tao, who's sitting in the Steinhardt section, once told me he thinks NYU is for small-town kids with big city dreams. I suspect that might ring true for many of us here. For everyone who had people back home discourage you from following your dreams, saying you would never make it as an actor or playwright, or that there's no place for people like you in the business world or legal field or in medicine, or that you would be better suited to follow their dreams and not your own. Our presence here today is evidence enough that they were wrong. For my peers who are first-generation college students or graduate students, a special congratulations to you. For those of you who were laughed at when you came home and announced that you become a Mets fan after moving to New York, you still have time to reconsider. Finally, we should all thank the folks who did believe in us. The many people up there in the nosebleeds and the people in our hearts, our mentors, friends, and family. Their sacrifices, encouragement, and in my case, lots and lots of tough love made it possible for us to be here today. Thank you. Here we are at the intersection of success, uncertainty, and enormity. We have the power to decide what our NYU experience and degrees mean, but must do so living amidst the conflicts of our time. Perpetually contested civil rights for people of color, women, Muslims, the trans and queer communities, people living with disabilities, and other systematically marginalized groups. We must do so on a dying earth. We must do so during multiple human rights crises. We must do so with crippling student debt at a time of great economic uncertainty. What will we do? Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, author of The Little Prince, writes, "You become responsible forever for what you have tamed." As students in this global network university, even for those of us who never left Metro Tech or Washington Square, we have become acquainted with the world to the point of accountability. This is the privilege and the burden of our education. We are compelled to contemplate our moments of complicity and to acknowledge our culpability. We must accept the responsibility of using this education to build upon, not abide by, the dogmas of the past. Though our time at NYU may be coming to a close, this moment is a true commencement, a beginning, a starting point. It must be the foundation upon which we innovate. It requires courage to break from the norm and defy expectations. The biggest obstacles to success are not born from others, but rather come from within. They are the limits we place on ourselves. They are what almost kept me, a kid from a polluted city, with a mother who has killed almost every single houseplant we have ever owned, from studying urban agriculture. I needed to be brave. She encouraged me to be brave. We all must be brave if we want to live in a better world. Be steadfast in your passion. Radical feminist Audre Lorde cautions, "Your silence will not protect you," but we must take that a step further and realize that our words are not enough either. Let's channel our collective frustration into concrete steps for lasting change. There will be times when we fail, but as James Baldwin observes, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. I am confident that our time at NYU has taught us to be allies and activists in the struggle for better communities, better cities, and a better humanity. Graduates, for whatever obstacle you prepare to confront next, take the advice that my advisor, Professor Stacy Pies, once gave me. Don't waste time not believing in yourself. Godspeed and congratulations.